Alright guys, welcome to Rant and Chill. On this channel there's two things that I like to do. That's rant and chill. Here we're going to be chilling, well, actually possibly ranting. We'll be reacting to Oliver Anthony. And you know Oliver Anthony, the guy famous for Richmond, north of Richmond, which is a very good song and a song that blew up overnight because of, well, reactors like, well, I guess like me and other people that noticed him and noticed his video and his music, and you guys participated in that as well because it's a song that connected with a lot of people. You know, I saw a smear campaign on this guy. They're trying to say he's an industry plant because he blew up overnight or whatever. It's like, no. People really resonated with the Richmond, north of Richmond. Okay, it has a message that people understand, that people can relate to, that's real. People are frustrated, both left, right, and center. It's a class song. It's a song about people like we make next to nothing. If you do make a lot, guess what? It doesn't matter because of high interest rates and the way it's taxed, and you know, and it's like, where's that tax money going? Oh, it's going to benefit people who like are milking welfare and stuff like that. It's like, okay, I mean, it's a song people connect with. Okay. Anyway, what about this song here? I Want to Go Home. Well, let's check it out. Now, with the title, I Want to Go Home, I don't know what it's meaning. It doesn't mean the guy is a very religious man. Does it mean heaven? Is it like about a more simpler time? I don't know, but we're going to get into it.
Well, if it weren't for my old dogs and the good Lord, they'd have me strung up in the psych ward. 'Cause every day living in this new world is one too many days to me. Son, we're on the brink of the next world war, and I don't...
I'm going to pause it right here. I know it's very rude. Normally, I just let it play, and I do not pause. But I don't want to miss this. We are on the brink of the next world war. And you feel that? I feel that. It doesn't matter. I mean, you just pay attention to the news. You see it, right? It's madness what's going on, and no one wants to stop it. Well, you and I probably wanted to stop. But there's politicians that don't want it to stop. There's people in making profit off of the war that don't want it to stop. And there's people that like support it because they have bought the line that like they have like this bloodlust to like destroy Russia or whatever. Okay. And it's like, guys, can we just like not do this? Can we just not? But no. They don't want to do that. Anyway.
Don't think nobody's praying no more, and I ain't saying I know it for sure. I'm just down on my knees, begging the Lord to take me home. I wanna go home. I don't know which road to go. It's been so long. I just know I didn't used to wake up feeling this way, cussing myself every damn day. There's always some kind of bill to pay. People just doing what the rich man say. I wanna go home. Generations farming the ground. Grandson sells it to a man out of town, and 2 weeks later the trees go down. Only got concrete growing around. I wanna go home. I wanna go home. I don't know which road to go. It's been so long. I just know I didn't used to wake up feeling this way, cussing myself every damn day. People have really gone and lost their way. They all just do what the TV say, I wanna go home. If it weren't for my old dogs and the good Lord, they'd have me strung up in the psych ward.
If it wasn't for my dogs and the good Lord to have me strung up in a psych ward. What is that? What is he saying there? Is he saying he reached a point to where he's so frustrated, like you and I, because we're powerless to really change much of anything? They say vote, but voting sometimes feels like we're really just changing the color tie of the people that are running the show, and they don't seem to care anything more but about lining their pockets and making decisions that aren't really for the best of us, but for, well, them getting rich and all that. And of course, expanding their control. In that situation where you're powerless to stop that and voting doesn't work, what else is there to do? Something that would have you committed in a psych ward or worse. That's all I'll say about that. We're on YouTube, and I am not that black-pilled, despite what you might think. Okay, now, the song's called I Want to Go Home. What is he referencing there? I want to go home. I don't think it's heaven. I think it's a state of mind. Home is where the heart is, they say, right? It sounds like he made a reference to farmland, to farming, 4 generations of farming. Something happened with the land. I'm not sure if it was like intimate domain or what. But something happened. The trees came down. They poured concrete on it. They turned into a road or a little city area or something. He sounds like he's more about being outdoors, kind of like you see where he lives. It sounds like it's a song about him wanting to go back to a simpler time that he remembers, where he was on a farm and taking care of that. And this song seems a little bit more personal to him, especially if you pay attention to how he's strumming the guitar. Like, there was definitely some, like the way he was hitting it when he was strumming the guitar. He wanted to emphasize a point. And I think part of that point he wanted to emphasize was that he does feel like people aren't praying to God and have lost their way. And now, you may be a very religious man. I will tell you something about me. So I do go to church every once in a while. Technically, I am Protestant. And this church I go to, at one point I was a deacon. You might be surprised. You might see some older videos of me with some posters in the background or some. I'm just gonna let you know, like, there's certain things like religious symbols or whatever that I don't take seriously. And I think because I'm a horror guy as well, like I like horror movies and the horror aesthetics and heavy metal and stuff like that. I'm going to let you know some things I just don't take seriously. I just think it's for like shock value and whatever. Anyway, but more about the religious stuff, I'll say I kind of feel like God has forsaken us in a way. But I hope that's not true. I just don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I hope, but what is that? I don't know what that does. I don't know. But I will say this. Related to his song here, that people have lost their way, you don't have to just look at it from a religious perspective. You could see what he's talking about, what he's laying out in the song. We're on the brink of a new world war. And why? Well, I mean, if you really look at the history between Russia and Ukraine and the UN, it's very interesting. There's a very interesting conflict, tensions and all that stuff. if you would have to, in order to really explore that, Dell, you would have to be willing to like not listen to the rich man and then what the TV says on that. You would have to be able to like look at that and be like, you know what they're saying is bullshit, and what the other guys are saying is bullshit. Why don't we just stop this? Why don't we just stop it? But no, but we've lost our way. Another thing he's saying is here, kind of related to listen to what the TV says and listen to what the rich man say. But he's referencing to politicians and rich businessmen right there, which are in cahoots. We can't see. I don't know how it's different in other countries, but pretty much the top businessmen and the politicians are pretty much in bed together. Working together, making sure that they are lining their pockets just nice and not really giving a damn about us, really. So, and you'll see people who'll just parrot what certain politicians say as if what they're saying is the right thing to do. It's like you are their tool. You're their puppet. Like why are you doing that? You think they care about you? They don't care about you. Alrighty. But yeah, I see this. So if you look at it that way, I Want to Go Home may not be just about farmland and going back to a simple time like that. Maybe going back to a time where people don't really just believe what politicians say, what Richmond say, what the TV says. But I don't know when that is. Honestly, as someone, I mean, my history is just, what was taught in grade school pretty much and some college, but it's like I can't think of a time where there wasn't a leader trying to run the show. And I'm not talking about just America. I can't think of when that was, where people like thought for themselves, were able to govern themselves and not just repeat what someone else has said. I think it's always been that way. I don't think there is escape from that. Now you may try to avoid it and get your own land and kind of be distant from it to not be bothered by it. That might be home. That sounds like a peace of mind right there. Okay. In that area, I could definitely relate to the song. But yes, I'm like that too. I don't want to be really bothered. Just leave me alone. I don't want to be bothered with a lot of BS. Stuff I don't really care about. But so the other thing I'll say, musically, I think the song's okay. It's a little bit more complex than Richmond, north of Richmond. There's an interesting strumming pattern going on. Richmond, north of Richmond was very simple. Was a very simple song. I think it was really just 4 or 5 chords, really. There's a little bit more to it, but because of that, it doesn't catch as easily. I think I could be wrong. I mean, this song could blow up just as well as Richmond, north of Richmond, but I don't think it will. And no fault to him. I mean, I don't think he would care either way, regarding what I say. It seems like no give a damn. He's gonna do what he wants and play the music he likes in his backyard or whatever. And that's cool, man. I respect that. Anyway, this is my reaction to Oliver Anthony. I Want to Go Home. You let me know what you thought about the song and the music video. And you let me know what you thought about this reaction. With that said, you guys take it easy and have a good one.